Hello everyone. Okay, so this is question 5 of the revision questions, and this is about interest rates. So as you may have seen in class, interest rate, you will have seen simple interest rate and compound interest rates. Oh, that doesn't work. Compound interest rate. And yeah, this is a question about that. So let's have a look at the question. Andrew invests 20,000 Swiss francs in a bank that offers 2% simple interest per year for 8 years. So be careful with simple interests. A, find the interest he has after these 8 years. So he talks about simple interest. So this is the simple, we're going to use the simple interest formula to figure out what the interest is after 8 years. So what is the simple interest formula? It is, so we say interest is the principal times the rate times the amount of time. So P is the principal. So that is also the original amount invested, and R is the interest, the simple interest rate rate per year, and then T is time, so that is the number of years. So let's have a look if we've got all the information. I think so. So how much is he investing? Andrew invests 20,000 Swiss francs. So P will be 20,000. He's investing 20,000 Swiss francs in a bank that offers 2% simple interest. So that is this. R is 2%. So that is 0.02. And T, how many years per year? For 8 years. So T is 8 years, right? Okay, so we can simply plug that in the formula. So what is the interest after 8 years if we have a simple interest rate? The interest will be 20,000 times 0.02 times 8. So that is 3,200 Swiss franc. Okay, so that is the interest he has after 8 years having a simple interest. You may also have seen another formula, which is 20,000, but then we write simply 2, not 2%, 0.02, but just 2 times 8, but then we have to divide by hundreds. Okay, so 2% interest rate, simple interest a year, that is 0.02. So that is equivalent to saying this is 2 divided by hundreds. You see, so you can either use this formula or this one. Okay, so in this case, you will also have 3,200 Swiss franc. So that is the answer to question 1A. Find the interest he has after these 8 years. Great, so this is the simple interest question. Now we're going to move on to a compound interest question. So what do they say? Philip, so now we're going to have a look at compounds. So let's move on. Philip invests 20,000 Swiss francs for 6 years in a bank at a nominal rate of 5% interest compounded quarterly. Okay, so this is interesting. So what are they saying? We have 20,000 Swiss franc that we're gonna invest for 6 years. Okay, there is a nominal rate of 5%, compounded, so it's compounded quarterly. Okay, so what does this all mean? Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a look at our Andrew, and he starts here, and we've got 6 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is after year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he has an initial 20,000 euros, Swiss franc. Okay, so what happens? We've got a nominal rate of 5%, but it is compounded quarterly. So basically, quarterly, that means every 3 months, right? Every 3 months. So within the first year, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 moments of recalculating the amount that he has according to the interest rate. So, and again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if we have a what was it, 5% nominal rate, so nominal rate, that means like a yearly rate. So if we have 5% nominal rate, that means that we have 5% divided by 4. If we look per quarter, that is 1.25. So that is 0.0125. That's the interest year per quarter. Okay, so what happens after 1 quarter, as we are here, we will have 20,000 times 1 plus 0.0125. So we're gonna multiply by 1 first. We're gonna have 20,000, so that actually means 20,000 plus, and then we're gonna multiply by this interest rate, which is 0.0125 for 1 quarter. Okay, so that is the same as this, yeah? That is after 1 quarter. Then, after a second quarter, when we're here, we will have 20,000 times 1 plus 0.025 squared, because we're gonna multiply this amount by, again, 1 plus 0.0125. So basically, this is after 2 quarters. And how many moments do we have? How many times are we going to recalculate it? Well, we have 6 years, but every year we're going to recalculate every quarter. So we have 4 times per year. So 4 times 6. Do you see? So we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So after 6 years, we would have done this 24 times. So the whole amount at the very end, the amount accumulated with this compound interest, will be the original 20,000 times, and we will have 1 plus 0.025 to the power 24. So this is what happens, guys. This is the amount accumulated. Let's go back to the question. Find the total amount in Philip's account after 6 years. So now we've done it manually, like we've worked it out, but you could also have used the formula, which is this. The amount after a certain year will be the principal times 1 plus r divided by n times nt. And we have P is the principal. As we saw just previously, that's the initial amount invested. R is the nominal rate, right? Nominal rate. And then N is like the number of times. So we are looking at quarterly. So if we have quarterly, we divide a year by 4. So N will be 4 here for quarterly. And T is the number of years. So T is 6 years, right? Because he holds the money for 6 years. Let's go back to the question. Philip, for 6 years, okay? So, we've got this. And let me just take a piece of paper. How is it again? So if we put these values in, so the principal, as I explained, was 20,000. 20,000. R is the nominal rate that we were given, so that was 5%. So that is 0.05. N was 4, because we're looking at quarterly compounded interest, and T is 6. So indeed, if we work this out, we will have the amount is 20,000 times 1 plus 0.05 divided by 4 times, so N was 4 and T is 6 because we have 6 years. So you see that this is the same. This is our 20,000. 1 plus this is actually 5% divided by 4, right? Because we're looking at quarterly compounded. Okay. And 4 times 6 is indeed 24. So you see how this formula, where this comes from? Because we have 24 moments where we recalculate the value. All right, so if you calculate this, guys, you put it in your calculator, the value that comes out is 26,947 and 2 cents Swiss franc. So this is the value. This is the value that he has at the end of 6 years. So this is answer to question B. Oh, let's have a look again. Yeah, so find the total amount in Philip's account after 6 years. That will be this amount. So a little recap, guys. This is a question about interest rates. If they ask for simple interest rates, you simply use this formula. So we have the principal, that was 20,000. We've got the simple interest rate, 2%, and the number of years. So that is easy. We get 3,200. That is the interest he has after these 8 years. And then second, Philip invests 20,000 Swiss francs for 6 years in a bank at a nominal rate of 5% interest compounded quarterly. So when you hear compounded quarterly, you know that you have to use the compounded interest rate formula, and they ask for the amount at the very end. So you're going to use this formula. Well, where P is the initial amount, 20,000. R is that nominal rate that is given. So R is 5%. But we're going to compound it quarterly. So quarterly means that every year, every quarter, we're going to reevaluate our value. So N will be 4. Said differently, we have NT, which is 24. This is 4 times 6. So this is where this NT comes from. And then you calculate the value, and we've got 26,947 Swiss franc. So this is the simple and compound interest rate question. I hope this is clear. See ya!